Hi, guys. Good morning. Is it still morning or have we crossed over? Let me see. Have we crossed over into the afternoon? Oh, no. It's the afternoon. So, good afternoon. I'm back sooner than I thought I'd be, but I'm back. So, good afternoon and happy Friday. No, it's not Friday. Hold on. What day is it? Oh, happy Tuesday. Tuesday. I think I need a weekend do-over. But I came in really quickly just to share with you guys because I'm just in awe. I'm in awe of God. Always, I'm in awe. Um, so this morning was my last session. I cannot believe that the summer is over. Almost. But so I finished up my last reading session this morning, and something happened that I could not anticipate. But it was such a beautiful moment that I just I had to come in and share, right? So this little learner and his mom was actually they were in a hotel today because they were celebrating a birthday, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the fact that they made time for this last session was just so cool. So I was excited, and I had some special things going on for him today, which he absolutely loved. But anyway, let's get to my point. So the book that we were reading today, we read All Things Back to School because he's preparing to go back to school in 2 weeks, and I just thought that it was fitting. And so, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for catching the live, and thank you for catching the replay. I thought it was just so fitting to read all of that, right? And when we started reading one of the books, he said, "Look, mommy, I see myself." And I was like, wow. And so the mom came over and he said, "Look, mommy, I see myself." And she says, "Yeah, that does look like you." And it was just like, boom. It was so beautiful because he saw himself represented in the book. And I'm just like, wow, how powerful is that? And one of the things that I do with my own kids, and as an educator too, I always present the kids with multicultural books. And so I have some of those here today. I just went and grabbed a few, but I have more. I mean, it has been amazing that if you search for something, you will find it. If you're intentional about something, you will find it. And having a diverse collection of books is super important. And I absolutely love our home library. So I'm going to share some of these books with you today. Let me just move this up so that if you want to get these books for your classroom, or if you want to get these books for your home, that you can go to Amazon and you can find them. Okay. So one of the first books, and I got to tell you a little bit of backstory. Check this out. So at our library, I went in and I was talking to the librarian because the library is one of our second homes. So I was talking to the librarian and I was telling her that about these book series because there needs to be more diverse representation, right? And so I mentioned this book to her. I don't know if you guys have ever read this. It's a junior chapter book, I believe. Is it? Let's see. No, it's not a junior. Yes, it is a junior chapter book. So, this series is Yasmin, and this is one of her books. This is one of the books that I purchased. But our library now carries this because I spoke up and I said something. So kids have access to this now because someone said something. Okay. So I'm like, God, thank you so much. Yasmin, I believe, is. I believe Yasmin is uh well, I don't know because I don't want to missay it, but and I think Yasmin is Muslim, if I'm not mistaken. But you find out a lot, and you get to see like I think she calls her dad Baba. Yeah. So you get to see that. You get to see the families interacting. The kids get to see themselves, and I absolutely love that. So this is an awesome book series. She is a precocious little girl, and I love it. It's by Capstone, so you can get that. The series Yasmin. I also This is one of my favorites, but this has been a favorite of mine for such a long time. Hi, thank you for joining. This has been a favorite of mine for a long time. Katie Woo. Ever since my oldest was, wow, so in kindergarten. That was quite some time. I'm not gonna do the math because yeah, but Katie Woo, okay, and her friends. She has three friends, I think. I think it's three or four friends. But check that out. And I'll show you I'll go back and show you Yasmin too. Look at that. So kids see themselves represented. There's Pedro, and Pedro I also told the librarian about. So we also have that book in our library now. And think of all the little boys that are going to see themselves in Pedro, right? All the little girls that are going to see themselves in Katie Woo. So now our library not only carries Yasmin, which I'll show you the inside of the book, not only carries Yasmin, but it also carries Pedro because I spoke up and I said something, right? And I got a whole bunch of other book ideas that I got to share with her. Because if someone requests the book, then they see that it's an interest. So it's so important that if we are not part of the solution, then we're part of the problem. And God gives us all a sphere of influence, and all we need to do is operate in that little pocket of influence. That's it. And if we all do our job, then things will definitely be different for future generations, right? So, Katie Woo, you can go grab these books off of Amazon. Yasmin, not Jasmine. And then I have, these are not junior chapter books. Um, I think they're junior chapter books, but they're longer junior chapter books. So like this one, Jada Jones. This is an amazing series. I got this for my second daughter. Jada Jones. Okay, and I'll just read to you what the back says. It says Jada is hosting her first sleepover, and she has the perfect plan for a night of unforgettable fun, science experiments. But when her friends complain about her ideas, Jada worries that the slumber party might actually be a snooze. Can she find a solution that will make her sleepover a smash? So this is also incorporating science, that young girls are able to see themselves in these stories. They're able to see their hair texture in these stories. They're able to see different friends in these stories. So I absolutely love it. This book has less pictures, but um this one has less pictures, but still it is very, look at that. I love it. Absolutely love it. So this one is a larger junior chapter book versus like Katie Woo, because like this one, Katie Woo and Friends, I got this one, but this one has less words per page. You see, so it just depends on your kid which one you'll choose. But I recommend getting both because as they progress, then they'll skip over to the next book. And then this one here is, I think this one is a chapter book. Yeah, this one's just a regular chapter book. So this one is a level up from Katie Woo and Jada Jones. This one is Ruby. This, she has a whole series, and she has brothers. And let me just scoot this up for you so you can see it. Hopefully, so you see she goes on lots of adventures. So you can grab those copies from Amazon and add these to your family's library. Okay, and it's Ruby and the Booker Boys. Brand New School, Brave New Ruby. So these are awesome. She goes on lots of adventures. She says, I'm a third grader. Nobody, and I mean nobody, sings like me. I have an iguana named Lady Love, and my most favorite color is purple. And the most important thing you need to know today is that I have a chance to make a name for myself. So these are kids who are going through things, right? You can tie that social, emotional into the book, and also representation, right? The kids can see themselves. And then I have a couple more here. My five senses. I love, love, love this one. I love this one even with the pre-Kers. And then I also have, I found this one. Anytime I see books with diverse representation, I always try to get them. So this is Amazing Grace, right? And this one is kind of nostalgic. Look at that. Look at those illustrations. So oops, so beautiful. So you can get all of these from Amazon. So I'll show you the author and the title. And add these to your book collections. Reading with your kids is super important, and they may have questions. They may ask you, "Well, why did this family do that?" Well, why did they practice this? You never know what your kids are going to ask if they're not presented with the information. I also have this one. This is one I'll be using this year. Let's see what else might be in there. Love this. Okay, so that's that one. I'm pretty sure all of these can be found on Amazon. I even have okay, this one right here. Because we know about the little red hen making the pizza, right? But this one is different. This one is little red hen and the Passover matzah. So again, having those diverse books in your home and also in your classrooms if you're an educator, and always great illustrations to keep the kids' attention. So I'm pretty, like I said, I'm pretty sure you can get this off of Amazon. Also, I have this one. I thought this one was super cute. I Hear a Pickle. So that kids can see themselves. Like when he said that, that just really, that really gave, like, I can't even explain it in words. But when he said, "Look, mommy, I see myself." That's important. Even for adults, we need to see ourselves in certain roles, in different positions, doing different things. So it's important. This one right here, Talk and Walk It Out. This one is great for home and classroom too. And then they have a series. Let me just show you. They have a series. If you are interested in getting them. And again, multiple nationalities represented. Love that. Love it. Big, bold, awesome illustrations. So that's another one. And then last but not least, what I have here, I have one. I have to go in my books, but I have one that I really like. Oh, the ugly vegetable. I like that one a lot too. I don't have it with me, but I really love that one. And I think Grandpa's Corner Store or something like that. That's a really, really good book too for kids. And I have this one. So I'm going to be using this one this year too. Look at that. Look at this. All the little faces. Well, this one doesn't have many faces, but it does have oh, there we go. There goes the faces. I was wondering. So all very diverse books where kids can see themselves in the literature, in the text. And I absolutely love books like that. So if you have made it to this point, thank you so much again for listening in. I'm just amazed at what God is doing. I'm so grateful, so thankful. And if you're just joining right now, all of this started. I was just sharing books that I have, some of the books that I have that have diversity that kids can see themselves in, which is super important because my little learner shocked me when he was like, Mommy, I see myself. And he was all into the book and he wanted more. The book ended way too quick. So, yeah. So, I'm just going to go ahead, show these one more time. You guys have a fabulous, fabulous day. I'm going to go ahead and get to work on the Academy. But any one of these books, I'm pretty sure Amazon has everything. So, you just go there and check it out and see if you can find it. And yeah, I love them. And then ask your local library. Ask for things. Like, because if you don't ask, sometimes you won't get it. So you have to ask, right? Um, and I highly recommend this book. Okay, if you have a second grader or third grader, I highly recommend it. I know the kids are into like these, what is it, owl diaries and stuff, but great book, okay? And then Katie Wu, she's always going to be a favorite. Always gonna be a favorite. Love this one too. And there's a couple more that I have. I'm gonna make a new order, but these are the ones that I had. Yasmin, love it, and of course Katie Wu is always our favorite. So that's that. I wanted to share that moment with you guys. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, and just remember, do your part. Whatever that is, whatever sphere of influence God gives you, do just that. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you when I see you. I didn't expect to come back so soon. So, see you guys later.